What's up, guys? Just did a like 8-minute stream. Hopefully y'all actually enjoyed it. Yet again streaming. Yeah. So here we go. I'm just gonna do like play a little. That's all. If you're in the stream and you watched my last video, just comment and say you enjoyed it, because I want to do more of those and like try to get my channel going. So kind of a story time, kind of not. This happened about a year ago when I was in school. I remember. So I woke up, I was like, dang it, it's Monday. So just sitting there in my bed, and like I looked at my time and it was like 6, and I go to the bus stop at like 7:50. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna sleep for like another 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. So I set a time for like 10 minutes, I think. I can't really remember. And so I just woke up to it. I was like, all right, time to go to school. So I just get up, do my usual thing, take a shower, brush my teeth, do all that regular stuff. But because like I was able to bring my phone, well I wasn't, because a bus driver would get mad if I did. But I brought my phone. I started listening to music. Like I didn't do it every day, but that day I was just like, I want to listen to music. So I'm just sitting there on the bus listening to music. Like I'm one of the like 6th, 7th, 20th. I can't really remember, but I was pretty far. But I like 30 more people had to get on the bus. So I'm just sitting there, and I remember this one kid, always this one kid getting on the bus, and he always like pushed me, kind of. I was like, dude, why'd you do that? And he took out my earbuds and was like, shut up, you little faggot. I'm like, dude, what did I do to you? And he just starts walking away, and so I'm like, okay, and I put my earbuds back in. So I'm just sitting there like, what did I do to this kid? I'm thinking of what I could have done to somebody, because I was a really good kid in school. Like, yeah, I may have like talked and like in class and like kind of getting in a little trouble, just like not doing what I'm supposed to. Like I sometimes like kind of doodle on papers, and my teacher would see it, and she's like, can you please stop doing that? And I'm like, okay. And so I just do it, and then so I can't remember where I left off. Anyway, yeah, I have a little bad memory, but I just sit there, sometimes get in trouble. And then I went to my first class, and then lunch, and then I did the recess. Recess is when it all happened. So I just coming out to recess, sitting there, just like doing my normal things, like neither going sharks and minnows or something, because like I just get really bored of listening to music at recess, and just like super bored anyways. So I just go play sharks and minnows. And this one kid, I don't know how, but I didn't see him. But I didn't know his name. He never told me it, and so I just couldn't see that one kid. Next thing I know, I finally see him at the last second. Boom! Tackles me right on the ground, and I didn't start crying, but I started like tearing up, but it hurt so much, and I like stopped breathing for a second. And so one of the teachers saw it, but they didn't care. Okay, they're like, okay, they're just having a little bit of fun. I'll let them have fun. Bruh, that person just tackled me. Like, honestly, they tackled me. And so I didn't want to tell a teacher, because I knew he would just beat me up more. So I'm just sitting there like, oh, that hurts so bad. So the next thing I do is I just like go listen to music. Or no, I think I continued playing sharks and minnows, and then he like left because I kept playing. But yeah, I kept playing it into recess. Now, this is like kind of stupid of him. So And I already died. Wow, that's depressing. Alright. Anyways, into recess. I'm just sitting there. Now, you know how these kids have like these little like ice things, like they're frozen plastic, put in the freezer? I remember him walking right behind me, putting one of those down my shirt, and I like kind of like yelled like, "Oh, that's cold!" Like kind of that, but like louder. And then one of the teachers like, "What's wrong with you? Shut up." Well, they didn't say that, but they like said, "What's wrong with you? Are you okay?" And I'm like, I pulled a little thing out of my back, and they were like, "Oh, okay." And they just walked away. And the kid wanted, "Hey, fag, give me it back." So I slid it over to him. And so next thing, I'm just like, we had 2 recesses. So I was just sitting there, like, bored. And I was just, like, looking at the time. Come on, hurry up and hit, like, lunch or recess. Because we had 1 recess after class, after my first class. And then I had another one. So, I'm just sitting there. Please hurry up and ring the bell. And the bell rings. We go for lunch. And then I go for recess. Now, the second recess, I hated it. I just sat in I kept running around, like, kind of like jogging around everywhere. Because I need to, like, lose a little bit of weight. I'm not calling myself fat, I just, like, need to get in shape a little more. But, I'm just sitting there running around. Next thing you know, I get pushed on the ground in rocks. And my head literally hit concrete. And my head started, like, kind of bleeding. And so I look over, and who do you know? It's the bully. So I'm like, not this guy again. So I stand up, check the back of my head, and I'm bleeding, like, bad, like, really bad. Like, it feels like someone just threw, or, like, used a slingshot on me hard. That's how hard it was. That's how hard he, like, pushed me over. And so I'm just, like, sitting there, like, oh, no, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And so I'm, like, kind of freaking out right now, because, like, I was just pushed over, and I checked my head for blood, and it's gushing out. Or it's not gushing out, but it's, like, a lot of blood's coming out, you know? So I'm just, like, freaking out. So I go for a teacher, and he just, like, pushes me down, keeps pushing me down, and it starts to the point to where it's getting annoying, and, like, I feel kind of, like, lightheaded. So I'm like, oh, no, I think I'm going to pass out from blood loss. And so I'm just sitting there, like, he's pushing me down, like, dude, stop. I'm losing blood. And he's like, no, you're not. Stop lying, kid. And so I'm like, bro, look at my hand. He's like, that's fake, bro. Stop putting ketchup on your hands. And I'm like, really? And so I'm to the point to where I'm just so annoyed, I hit him in the nuts. And he's just laying down like, oh, dude, why'd you do that? And so I go to one of the teachers, tell them what happened. I don't know why I used that. But go to one of the teachers, tell him what happened, and then he got in really big trouble, and I had to go to the nurse's office. And so I went to the nurses, and they were like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I already told one of the teachers," and I tell them all the whole story again. And so they're like, "Oh no, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Do I look okay?" And so they just give me like tons of paper towels and ice. I'm like, what is this gonna do? So I'm like, all right. And I go back to class, and and everybody's just staring at me with the ugliest look. And I'm just like, what? And I just sit down. None of them talk to me. And the teacher calls on me, because this is like a little store we had to do or something. So I went up there, and then we did our thing, or I did my thing. And then at one point, one of the girls raises her hand, and she's like, "Colton's blood! He's gushing out blood!" I'm like, what? What's happening? And I'm like, I checked the paper towel, and it's like, fine. So I put it back on my head. I'm like, what's going on? And I touched my nose, and it was bleeding, like hard bleeding. So I'm like, oh no, what just happened? I don't have nosebleeds, do I? What just happened? So I'm just thinking to myself, what happened? And I now realize why my nose hurts so bad. Because I remember him when he pushed me down, like, he, like, kicked the rocks in my face, which I didn't say, because I was, like, doing it for this part. He kicked the rocks in my face, and one of them hit my nose really hard. So I was like, that must be what my... And so I ripped the paper towel off, put one up my nose, and from there, yeah, the bleeding just stopped eventually, like, right as we're getting on the buses. And so I'm just sitting there, like, great, what is he gonna do to me now? So I put my earbuds in, just start listening to music. And all I feel is something like a eraser hit my head, or like, and it had a little taped piece. And it's like, I'm gonna find you at a school, and I'm gonna beat the out of you. And I'm like, I look behind me, and I'm like, yep, I definitely know who that was. And so I had a pencil in my bag. I grabbed the piece of note, and I said, okay. And so I'm just sitting there, and I throw it back to him. And I throw it back to him, and it hit him like in the belly. I didn't even throw it hard. I just like kind of tossed it like a football toss, but like kind of a short one, because he's like 2 seats behind me. And so I tossed it to him, and he gets it, and he's like, he stares at me with the most, I'm not lying, he stared at me with the most ugliest look. And I'm like, great, what did I do now? And so he throws it like 3 times harder than he did, and it hit the back of my head where it was bleeding. And so he hit it again, and so just like it's kind of bleeding again, because like that part, and it hurt so bad, like I can't even explain how bad it hurt. It's like it felt like a bullet literally hit me, because I've already been hit twice or 3 times, one in the nose, one in the back of the head, and then another one in the back of the head. So I'm like, all right, I'm done with this kid, bro. And he's like, oh really? Yeah, there's another piece of paper, because he ran out. And so he's like, oh really? And it just says, oh really? You should be scared, bro. And so I just throw it back to him, or I throw it out chunk it out the window. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, I hope that didn't hit a car. And luckily it didn't. And then, so I'm just like, alright, that's done and over with. And as we're getting off the bus, he's like, dude, why'd you throw my eraser out the window? That's not cool. Like, hollers at me as the bus is like driving away. And so I'm like, bro, I don't want you to throw that eraser back at me. He's like, dude, I'm gonna do it if I want. It's funny. So I'm like, no, that's not funny. You physically made me bleed. It hurts. Okay, it hurts. And I asked him, how would you... Okay, that's automatic. I was just checking. I was like, how would you feel if I did that to you? He's like, I wouldn't care, bro. I'd just throw it 3 times harder at you. And I'm like, oh, boy. And so I start walking home. And I feel something grab the back of my bag. I feel something grab the back of my bag. And I was like, great, not this guy again. And he's like, our houses are like 3 miles away from each other. So it took a little while. And I'm like, why is he following me? And I turn around, and it's actually one of my friends who get off the bus. So I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? He's like, you good, bro? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It's just bloody nose, and that's all. He's like, dude, that's not good. That's not all right. You need to tell a teacher. And I'm like, I did, bro. They're not going to do anything about it because they don't have evidence. And I just got really annoyed. And so I'm just to the point, ooh, didn't know I had that. Anyways, I just got annoyed of it. And the next day he wasn't at school. I'm like, where's this guy? And then I just went on with my day, normal recess, just reading books. The next day I didn't get to bring my phone because I didn't want to. So I just sat there. I had like 30 books in my bag. And so I'm just sitting there reading a book. And like all the teachers, or the principal calls me to the office. I'm like, oh great, what did I do now? And so I get called up to the office, and I'm just sitting there all the teachers are in there. All of them. And I'm like, why are they all in here? So I just like think in my head, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And so I'm like kind of scared right now. I'm like, what did I do? I'm thinking, what did I do? Like in my mind. I started getting freaked out because of like, I didn't do anything wrong. So they're like, sweetie, we saw what happened and we're very sorry. We suspended him for 3 days. I'm like, you're lying. And I'm like, and they said, no, we're not. We actually suspended him. We've seen this has happened more than once, so we suspended him. And so I'm like, thank God. Thank the living God. Whew. And I'm like, and so 3 days goes by. He's back at school. And he walks past me in the bus, and he's like, yo, what's up, bro? And I'm like, what's up? Are you gonna bully me again? He's like, nah, man, I'm really sorry. Turns out I actually had a problem with myself, and so I'm like, he had a problem. Since when? And so he just goes to the back of the bus where he usually sits. And so I'm like, that's weird. He's not acting like this ever. And so I'm sitting there just thinking he's gonna do something to me. And I'm at recess just reading, like, I've already read like 2 or 3 books on the bus because the bus ride's actually really long. And so I'm just reading my book in the corner as I usually. Excuse me, guys. Tired. I've had a long day today. And so I'm just sitting there, I'm like, alright, where is he? I look up and he's sitting right there. And I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, what's up, man? Can I have a book to read? And I'm like, yeah. And from then on, I'm like, why is he like this? And you're like, I feel like kind of a pat on my back. And it's just like 3 of my friends just sitting there like, hey, is this the kid who's bullying you? And I'm like, yeah, but he's not bullying me anymore. I swear you not. He hit him so hard in the back of the head with a hard book. Oh, I don't want to die right now. He hit him right in the back of the head so hard with a book. And I'm like, dude, why'd you do that? That's not cool. He's like, well, he's bullying you. What else are we supposed to do? And the bully got so mad at him, and he's like, what did I ever do to him, man? Yeah, I was bullying him at first, but I'm not anymore. And I'm like, guys, can you just leave us alone? We're just reading books right now. He's like, really? You're kidding me, dude? This guy's been bullying you ever since the beginning of the year. And they're like, that's not cool. And I'm like, bro, okay, so what? He changed. It's alright, he changed. We all make mistakes. And the other kid, the one on the left, because they're in like a triangle formation or something. It's like one in the front, one in the left, one on the right. So they're just sitting there like that. And then the one on the left hits him again with another hard book. The one on the right. And they just continue this. So he's like, alright, take your book back, bro. I'm going to sit in another corner. They chase him. They push him down. They kick rocks in his face. I'm like, guys, just stop. And they're like, no, dude, he bullied you. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing you get bullied. And I'm like, dude, he stopped bullying me. So just leave it. They're like, no. I'm tired of you getting bullied. And I'm like, dude, really? Come on. Just like, stop. Stop. Just like, stop. They kept chasing him. And that was first recess. Second recess, they didn't do anything to him. And they're like, they came up to me like, hey, we're just gonna leave him alone for like 2 or 3 days, and then we're just gonna do as much as we can. I said stop, or I'm not gonna be your friends anymore. Or friend here anymore. Like, dude, shut up. And so it's to the point where I'm like, they're becoming the bullies, not him. And so I'm just sitting there like, oh no, great. So I warned him, and like, it turns out he had like a really sad life. I feel really bad for him. Like, he had you're kidding me? Great. And it turns out he had a really bad life. Like, he had to get adopted because his mom and dad were abusive. They were drinkers, really like so abusive to the point to where like he just wanted to like and then and I found out like a couple more days later when my friends were being the bullies to him. A couple days later, the same kid committed suicide, and my friends just like looked at me and they just left, and I haven't heard from them since. I'm just sitting there like, you've got to be kidding me, you've got to be kidding me, you've got to be kidding me, you've got to be kidding me. Like, that kid was beginning to be nice. Like, I feel bad for him right now. Ever since that day, I've never been friends with those kids. So, yeah, that's my little story time. But I'm gonna continue streaming because why not? I'm bored. Should I do Origins? Wait. There's a theater? Huh? No, I'm good. Got weapon kits. Yes, this is where I'm going. I'm actually gonna go offline. Play local. Alright, I'm offline now. Alright, good. So these are all the maps I have. Kids. Oh. Okay. Oh, these are all customized. So, no, not same map. I'll do Origins for you. And then we go into shotguns. Optic. This one. No, actually, not that one. I'm gonna do this one. And so, I haven't heard from anybody since. And I'm just sitting there like, dude, are you kidding me? I feel so bad for that kid. And so, and from there, I'm just like, don't know where my friends went. They probably moved away somewhere, for being honest with each other. And I'm just sitting there till this day wondering why they did that. And yeah, I haven't heard. I said I haven't heard from them. That does not mean I haven't heard from their parents. So it turns out that they actually got sent to orphanage because they were like acting really bad and stuff. And like I heard it and I felt like so bad. They were acting like so bad to the point to where they wanted to go like spray paint walls, do illegal things, drinking, all of that. And so I'm like, I'm good. I'm not friends with them anymore. And they were like, shit. Their moms found like a death notebook or diary, death note stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, did you read it? They're like, yeah. And it turns out I was in all of their death notes. And in the journal, it was like day 101. And that one day on the journal, it said, I'm gonna find Colton and I'm gonna kill him. And I was like, and then they showed me it because I didn't believe them. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So I'm like, okay. And so that's the story time. But yeah. I'm just gonna continue streaming, just talking about stuff. But if y'all would like to come join me, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, that's the story time for this video. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna actually turn that down to like 5. Yeah, 5's good. But yeah.
There is great evil in this place. Spirits and demons walk this land, possessing the remains of fallen warriors.
Wait, can I go into weapon kits from here? No. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know really what to talk about now, but yeah.
Oh, perhaps this weapon was buried by the Germans, men. For now, I am unable to agree to your terms.
We have big boy robot. I should probably. Okay, this is not good. Oh boy, big boy robot. I'm a little scared when the big boy robot comes. I'm not talking about big boy, like one of those. I'm talking about big boy robot. But yeah. How much quick? What? Yeah, power's running. I'm gonna go get 3 round burst. Yeah, 3 round burst. You said the 3 round burst. Oh, yeah, I said the 3 round burst. Oh, that's all. Becomes reality. 680. It's 750.
I must learn how these machines operate. Such technology would allow Germany to enslave the world.
$750.
We must strike while we have the advantage. I know not how this works, but remain grateful. I will return
200.
when I possess the coins you so clearly desire.
Or shotgun time. I thought I killed him. Didn't I kill him? It doesn't really matter. I'm just doing a regular live stream. Here we go again. Oh.
Long ago, on the battlefields of the Great War, 2 German scientists sought to harness dark, mysterious forces buried for centuries. They believed their discoveries would assure Germany's ultimate victory. What they could never have imagined was just what else their research would unearth.
I believe this song is gonna be copyrighted. Come on, please let me skip. Thank you. If you're wondering what song it is, it's Shepherd of Fire.
I am alive. There's a break.
Maxis must wait. They'll be here again soon. Must prepare the defenses. Start up the conversion generators. They're watching me, Samantha! How are you? I must work quickly. There's so much to do. A vessel for Maxis. Just starts. Opening of the gateway. I was lucky this time. I know what else lies beneath.
I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you've got to be kidding me. Forgot to turn my mic off. I did nothing bad, but I just forgot to turn my mic off. That's it.
All around me. I have been sent by the voices of the damned and the doomed. Oh. Calm down, Edward. Focus. Must remember Max's.
Oh no!
I need something now.
Not on my watch. Who all turned into crawler? Are you turned into one? I'm leaving you because you crawl a lot slower than all the other ones. Is that all? That honestly scared me.
Well, well, Samantha. Feeling generous, are we? Don't let them disrupt the conversion process.
All right. Double points. Double points. Does this have power? Yes, sir.
Perhaps this will offer me something of a second chance. I have nothing to offer.
That was so close.
Look out! They are manifesting in our immediate area! Each and every one of you has died before! Do it again! I need something quickly. I will take this for the time being, but I will return.
All right.
Explosion of such magnitude should surely injure us too.
Come on, give me some good, please. I'll take it. Oh my god. Oh dang it! I don't think I got it. Help me! I just want to go home. Samantha, is that you? Oh, that's a dead end. Uh oh. Come on.
Physical strength matches my intellect. You will not prevent me from reaching a Dharma. Must be punished.
I gotta use it while I can. Okay, that's not good. Come on! I don't want that. I'm gonna get it when it starts running out, everybody. I'm gonna buy that weapon later.
The excavation site is up ahead. We'll see the undead in higher numbers.
kind of a ray gun is this?
That was a little too close.
No, no. I need to go back.
I will consume you completely.
Did you put the chalk drawings here, Samantha?
So, yeah, I know, slower fire rate, but it's pretty good.
You have to help me,
Oh no,
please.
I think round
Open the gateway.
10.
My father was so close. He said, you have to follow the steps.
The twisted games mean nothing to me, Samantha. Our ammunition shortages are at an end. For the time being, at least. Throwing us a bone, Samantha. They call it explosion.
When I die, I'm gonna stop the stream. I mean like die, not like get the quick revive and just die. I mean like I don't have quick revive and die. Y'all get it? Lego. I'm gonna run into a lot of zombies, so I'm gonna nade right there. Oh, why would you catch up to me? Right. I think Big Boy's coming out later. I don't have good guns right now. I'm going back to the mini box, mystery box. If you get caught in here with him, you're basically dead. Cause like your stamina like, runs out in like 2.3 seconds. Oh, can't go all through there. I never heard this. Glitches in NBO3. Come on. Come on. I am so glad I have quick revive on.
Most appreciated.
No.
Even the undead cannot escape the
Oh. I'm going back to get that quick revive. I ain't dying.
Silent is a rallying call to battle.
I don't like big boy.
Aren't you some
Blood money.
Do not succumb to your sickness.
Hurry up and reload. Hurry up. That's just wonderful.
That is all.
I'm dead. I don't know if that big boy's here still. I don't know if I killed him. Come on. Oh, that's just wonderful. Where did it go? I feel him. He's here.
How could Maxis have kept this development secret?
Never mind, it's just that thing. That is not good. Dig.
Grenade!
Oh, it's a grenade. Oh, that's a lot of money. But this is good. I have a way to function around. But the bad thing is, I don't got quick revive. So if I go down, I'm dead. Might as well grab this. Dude, I might as well grab it. I don't care anymore. I might as well grab it. 1,000. How much? How much? How much? 1,000. Okay. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, I couldn't do anything. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell icon. Don't forget, stay awesome and